Holly Robinson Peete and her husband Rodney Peete are so dedicated to this. I spoke with them last year at Jane Seymour's Open Hearts Foundation Awards because they were being awarded for their Holly Rod Foundation that's helping other families get to know this. In fact, that award ceremony coming up again this next weekend in LA with Jane Seymour. But the thing is about this family is they found out 11 years ago when there was so little that they knew about it. And I think what struck me was not just their passion to make sure other parents don't go through what they went through, but they speak from the gut about what this was like.
When we first got the diagnosis, it was like someone took a cannon and just point blank, shot us right in the stomach.
So how did it change things for you and the way you raised your boys?
It was no longer about just the typical things about, oh, how are you doing in school? It's like, talk to your sister, connect with us, answer to your name, look us in the eye. So the bar came down, and we had to, we just had to make do with what we had and do everything we could to help them.
I don't want to say lower our expectations, but change our expectations. If you educate yourself and understand what autism is, then you can better understand your son. And I had to come down to my son's level and understand the world from his eyes, as opposed to really having these expectations for what I wanted for him. Once I did that, I had a true connection with my son.
Oh, here comes Ms. Pete again. That's what you want, because you got to speak for him, especially if he's nonverbal. You have to advocate for him, you have to fight for him, and every day is a little bit of a battle. And not everybody is going to be able to be on board with you. Right. And you know what? You don't have time for them, because you got to focus on your baby.
Right.
The Give the Gift campaign. Tell me about what you're doing with that.
When we got our diagnosis 11 years ago, there was no such thing as an iPad or a tablet. But what they are doing is revolutionary for children who are nonverbal. They're giving them the opportunity to communicate with these revolutionary new apps, and of course, very few people can afford these types of tablets. So Rodney and I started this Give the Gift of Voice program where we raise money and then we grant to families that really need them this opportunity for their kids to communicate. And for some, it's the first time they've ever heard, even though it's a mechanical voice, a kid say, "I want that," or "I love you." And I would just say to any parent who's getting that diagnosis right now, mom or dad, that it's okay to be upset about it. It's okay to feel hurt. It's even okay to be a little bit in denial and feel sorry for yourself for a minute. But early intervention is key. And the best thing anybody ever told me was that the sooner you get moving and the more intervention you get your child, the better off he or she will have in living in this crazy, socially wild life that we have and getting along in this world.
What a message.
Can you imagine, when she said that, I thought, you know how we are when our kids, a year and a half or 2 years old, and the first time they say mom or dad or I love you.
Oh, your
Imagine
heart just jumps
if you
out of
don't get that, and then the kid's 9 or 10 years old and they're on an iPad and they can say I love you through that. It's got to be the same thing. It's got to, even more so, because you never thought you'd hear their voice.
Beautiful.